Hey there, good peeps. Sammy here with another fresh new look at another indie game with you guys. This time we are looking at Death or Treat. This is a sort of Halloween vibe roguelike 2D action hack and slash platformer. All of those things, of course. And as you can see straight off the bat, we're getting into the opening cutscene here, which is a very sort of chill vibe, cartoonish traditional style, which I really, really love, by the way. This is the demo playthrough of this game. The full game is not out yet. It's coming soon is what it says on its Steam page. I'll have a link to its Steam page in the description so that you can download the demo and give it a try for yourselves, which I highly recommend, and I'll get into why. Okay, so Death or Treat. This game is reminding me of a game called Dead Cells, which I've recently started playing as that's on Game Pass. That, of course, being a 2D roguelike as well. And I'm really into it. I really love Dead Cells. It's a really, really great game so far. Haven't played too much of it at this point, but I am really getting into it. I've started to get into roguelikes quite recently. Bit of a noob at that kind of thing, but I'm starting to get into them now. And I really like Dead Cells, so I really wanted to give this a try as well. This giving off a more Halloween vibe than Dead Cells, and kind of a vibe of Hollow Knight as well, because of just like the darkness surrounding it. And you're playing as a ghost in Death or Treat, and the character in Hollow Knight that you play as is called Ghost, so coincidence there. But it's kind of given me the Hollow Knight kind of look to it, but rather more a roguelike feel, like Dead Cells in terms of gameplay. Both really, really great games. I was a big fan of Hollow Knight, by the way, and I really love that. So I was really looking forward to giving this a try. So straight off the bat, though, I noticed that this is going to sound like a complaint, and it's not much of a complaint, but it's more of an observation, is that the control-wise, it didn't feel as fluid or as tight as Hollow Knight or Dead Cells. Both those games being basically the goats of 2D indie platformers these days. So new games that come into the market into that category do have big shoes to fill. But it felt like Death or Treat had good controls, but not quite as responsive as, say, Dead Cells or Hollow Knight. And to me, it kind of annoyed me a little bit, but it didn't. Let's not take anything away from the game, because I did really enjoy my time playing this demo. And let me know if you've played the demo yourselves. Let me know in the comments if you feel the same way, or if you think I'm just talking complete rubbish. I could be, it has been known. But just the way the game felt playing on Xbox controller, just controls didn't feel super tight and as responsive as, say, Dead Cells. And but the more I played through it, the better I got with it, and you will see that throughout this demo gameplay. So after the cutscene, and as soon as you start roaming around the town of Hallowtown, you will be given the opportunity before you start going into the levels to grab a weapon and an ability. You have to choose between 3 abilities. I played through all of them just to see what they were all like, and I did enjoy playing as all of them. The one I liked the best is where you sort of, I can't remember what it was called, but you'll see it here, but you turn into like a bigger, scarier version of yourself, and you just wreak havoc on everything in your path. I thought that was kind of funny. You'll get a small tutorial as to how the basic controls work here as well when you start the levels. And overall, it feels really good to play and to hack and slash your way through the enemies. We'll get into a little bit more of that shortly. Just a brief tutorial on the story. I don't know much about the story, but I know you play as a character, the ghost, as you see there, called Scary. His name is Scary. And you run a shop that manufactures candles for Halloween. You'll then go into the levels where you'll be hacking and slashing your way through lots of enemies. Sometimes on a single platform alone, you'll be facing off against maybe 12 plus enemies, which you'll just literally be... I found myself just mashing the X button to fight my way through them. You can also do an uppercut move, which juggles them in the air, and then you'll keep fighting them in the air, which I found really, really cool, to be fair. You've also got your ability that you can use one time until it is fully recharged again. I did notice that some of the AI was a bit strange. There's a big dude there who I was fighting against. I noticed that if you're behind him and he's walking away from you, you can just keep on swinging at him and hitting him until he dies, and he will not turn around and engage you, which I found a little bit strange, because from what I could see from, say, Dead Cells, for example, if you hit someone from behind, they will turn around and engage you. But maybe that's just because it's the opening level and it's very early on in the game or whatnot, but I just found that a bit kind of strange, but it's not a complaint. It's just an observation, like I said. But yes, I do die a few times in this demo gameplay, but you'll see me get better as I go. You'll see me get better. Also, so I found that visually the graphics I thought were really, really good. I love the cute Halloween aesthetic look in the background and the way that the characters look and everything like that. I found that really, really nice artistically. And yeah, I can't wait to see the other kind of worlds that you get to explore, because you do get to explore lots of different worlds and different backgrounds and everything that come with it. So I can't wait to see what else they have to offer in the full game. But from what I saw in this demo, I did enjoy what I saw up to this point. I didn't get too far. I did get to the boss, and I think that's about as far as I got to. So I will be playing this again, of course, at some point before the full release comes out. And with this being a roguelike, it means you will die over and over again, but that will progress the story when you do that, and you'll be taken back to town, where you can then use the vendors locally and upgrade some gear and ability and stuff like that. Maybe choose out a different weapon loadout when you go to the level next time. So yeah, there's obviously no worries in dying, which obviously suits me very well because I die a lot in games. Not a pro at games, but yes, I do appreciate that roguelikes have a particular niche, and not a lot of people like the fact that you die in these games so many times and they feel like they're losing progress because they start from the beginning again every time they die. But you do hold on to a lot of progress in these kind of games, and it's necessary to progress the storyline as well. So I am starting to get into these games, like I said earlier, and I can't wait to see more of this. But these bats, I tell you what, man, these bats in this game, they were the worst, honestly. They caused me so many problems. Later on in the demo run, you'll see me have so many problems with those bats. It's the same with dead cells, though. There's bats and dead cells, and I hate them as well. Like, every enemy that flies at you, I believe Hollow Knight left me with the same feeling. Anything that flies at you, like, caused me a problem. Near enough every time. I'd say 90% of the time. Which goes to show my level of movement. And yeah, like I said, you will just be like, you'll find yourself hacking and slashing your way through multiple platforms in order to progress and going further. And you will see there will be boss fights in this game as well. There's one I get to which I don't do too great at, but I'm looking forward to seeing what other kind of boss fights you get to do as well. I'm hoping for a kind of like a really huge boss to deal lots of damage to you. I'm also looking forward to forging new weapons. You get to obviously get money or the currency in the game, and every time you go back to town with this currency and items that you pick up on every run, you get to use that to forge new weapons and abilities. So I'm looking forward to doing that. But I need to get used to how the game feels control wise, because it just didn't feel as responsive as certain other games that I've played recently. But hopefully that's just something I'll either get used to or something that will be adapted for the main game when it comes out. But what I suggest you do is 100% play the demo. If you play Dead Cells and you've played games like Hollow Knight, you'll know exactly what I mean. If you played that with a controller, particularly an Xbox controller, you'll know how fluent those feel control-wise. So I suggest to you play this demo before you go ahead and purchase the full game, just so that you can understand what I'm saying. And if you do have that issue with the game, then you'll know, at least from playing the demo for free, what to expect going forward if you do want to make a full purchase in the future. But apart from that, I did really enjoy my time with the demo, and I will play it again. I do want to get used to it so that I'm ready for it when it comes out. But yes, lots of room for me to improve, as I'm not 100% used to these games yet, but I'm getting there. I will do very well with this game as soon as I'm ready to, as well as Dead Cells, which I'm playing at the moment as well. So looking forward to that. If there's any more demos that come out on Death or Treat, I'll be sure to play through them as well and share my feedback with those games, because I do really, really love the aesthetic and the way this game looks as well. I just need to play a bit more, I think, to get used to the controls, and then I'll be there and I'll be ready. If Death or Treat does indeed interest you, as it will, I'm sure, many, then the developer Sawana Studios, they're very vocal on Twitter about updates to the game and the game's development in general. So be sure to give them a follow on Twitter, Sawana Studios. because they are very, very active on there, and they will be sharing a lot and everything that goes on with the development of the game. In terms of the game itself, because I don't think I mentioned up to this point that obviously in the top left corner you'll see a couple of stats there. The purple bar at the top is your health bar, and the green bar underneath that is for your ability. Once that gets to full, you can then use your ability, which I believe is the R button. RB I think is on an Xbox controller. RB I think is the ability. I believe I was pressing X to use the standard attack, which you'll be mashing a lot since it's a hack and slash game, and A to jump. I think you can do a dash as well with the B button, and you can do a double jump too. Just like in pretty much most of these kind of games, Hollow Knight stands out to me. There's the one. And your currency is displayed next to the blue Jack Skellington type face underneath the green bar, which is pretty cool. And with that being said, I am going to advise one more time that you pick up this demo just to make sure it will certainly look like the sort of game that you want to play based on the people that like this game. But based on how the game feels and controls, I advise play through the demo, see what you think. You may have a completely different opinion to me, so this is just giving you my 2 cents on what I found during the gameplay demo. But I will be keeping this on my wish list and keeping an eye on this game for sure, because it is definitely something I'm looking into getting more of in this kind of genre. But yes, give the demo a try. I will have a link to the description to its Steam page where you can download and access it. And that's going to be it from me. I'm just going to leave you now with probably another 10-15 minutes or so of gameplay through this demo. So I hope you enjoy that. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I shall see you next time. Have a great day. Hey good peeps, thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you like what you see, and also catch me live on Twitch every Sunday, Tuesday and every other Friday, 8 PM UK time. I'll see you there. Back to the video.